So I've gotten a chance to tell my story, and I've been trying for the last year to get my story out about what I've been struggling with. And finally, some lady, she got back to me stating that she was very interested in hearing my story about my journey since I got this injection into my body. So I decided to write her a letter and explain my journey since that first day, and I typed it up, and I was thinking about sharing it with you guys in hopes of spreading awareness and also trying to maybe help other people if you know anyone who is vaccinated and injured as well. So I'll read you the email. To whom it may concern. My name is Josephine Fillier, and I'm 33 years old, a mother of 3. I am from St. John's, Newfoundland. Last year, on June 18th, 2021, I ended up getting 1 dose of Pfizer because the Atlantic bubble was closed at the time, and my partner was in Niagara Falls, Ontario. I wanted to go visit him. It was my first adult trip off the island, and I didn't want to isolate for 14 days away from my 3 children once arriving home. So I chose to get the shot to prove to the airport that I was vaccinated, which I didn't even need in the first place because they didn't even ask me for my status. After receiving the dose in my left arm, I had such horrible pain in that arm where I got the shot and couldn't lift my arm for 2 days. The pain never went away at all in this spot, even 18 months later. 2 hours after getting it, I started experiencing severe burning sensation in my right thigh, where I had previously injured myself and had a bruise which never healed properly. This continued to happen for weeks, along with tingling sensations in my legs, internal vibrations, and lumps along my shins. I suffered with anger issues and depression as well as chest pains, which I never thought of nothing at the time because I was dealing with family stress, so I had assumed it was connected to that. I ended up going through the winter month with severe depression, anger, and chronic fatigue, always sleeping and not being able to take full care of my children, needing help from my partner because I was unable to do things that I had always been able to do before. My energy levels went downhill drastically. In January, I found out about the truckers' convoy and ended up deciding to go because I knew I had to be a part of this movement. Once I left the city to travel with a few others in Ottawa, I had learned so many things about the government's plans for our futures and our bodies. I learned the truth about these vaccines, aka experimental gene therapies. I was very upset about what I had put into my body. I knew something was off about this all along because of my intuition, but also because of my symptoms. Once it was confirmed about how dangerous they were, I knew my body would never be the same again. Whilst in Ontario, I had ended up with severe bruising on my arms that was not normal for me whatsoever. I was very concerned about this because I have always gotten bruises before, but never like this. I didn't cause them to happen all over my arm. They just appeared randomly, which were very painful. I came home in February after spending 2 weeks in Ottawa, feeling extremely suicidal and depressed and angry because of what I had found out about what was in my body. I slept so much, cried so much, screamed so much because I was struggling with the news. My symptoms ended up becoming worse, even though I had started a detox plan I had learned off of other physicians who were being censored online for trying to spread awareness and help the injured, or the injured individuals themselves. My symptoms include allergies, internal vibrations, sensory changes, light, smell, sound, and chemical, electrical sensitivities, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, exercise intolerance, blood pressure changes, skin changes, easy bruising, hives, and itching, shortness of breath, gasping for air all the time, cold hands and feet, muscle twitching, night sweats, insomnia, anxiety, and panic attacks. In April, I had a tremor on my leg that lasted for 40 minutes straight until I got a hot bath. Severe cognitive issues, brain fog, memory loss, subjective weakness in the arms and legs, feeling wobbly, eye twitching, palpitations in my heart, lightheadedness, feeling of impending doom and death, feeling disconnected to my body or the world, migraine for hours, extreme hypervigilance, strange body sensations such as heaviness, wobbling, weakness in mostly of my legs, peripheral neuropathy sensations, so pins and needles, tingling sensations, paresthesia, which is tingling, buzzing, crawling, stinging, stabbing, and burning sensations. Started in my legs, now it's all over my body. Nerve pain, brain zaps, electrical sensations throughout my body, numbness in my right hand and my right foot, temperature intolerance, flushing of heat or extreme coldness, nightmares, vivid dreams, coordination issues, clumsiness, reduced fine motor skills, extreme fatigue, irritability, sadness, depression, and autoimmune issues. I have researched these symptoms, and they are linked to a hyper-aroused nervous system, small fiber neuropathy, possible transverse myelitis, which could be multiple sclerosis, or Lyme's disease, or all together. I have severe inflammation in my scalp, my legs. I have lumps everywhere throughout my body, my neck, my back, my arms, and my legs, and pain in my spine, the discs. Inflammation in the blood vessels, which I researched and found is vasculitis. I have also researched about POTS, postural tachycardia syndrome, and dysautonomia, I think. Connected the symptoms to mine as well as Raynaud's disease, which is a blood circulation issue. Because my feet and hands would turn white when I am cold, and I never had this issue before. I live in Newfoundland, and it's always cold and damp here. But now I cannot handle that whatsoever without feeling really, really freezing cold. Also, I did research on MCAS, which is mast cell activation syndrome. So my body is causing multiple cells to fight off allergic reactions. I am having hives and other allergic reactions to foods such as dairy, gluten, sugar, processed fats, and many other things. I have found all these names above by researching day in and day out about the experimental gene therapies, about my symptoms, and what the injection does to the human body. I have studied the human body since I was 7. And from speaking with other injured individuals around the world in various groups. My doctor of 22 years has not helped me whatsoever in the last 18 months. I've had to do everything myself, including the research, the diagnosing, the detoxing of my own body. I barely recognize my body anymore. Getting this injection in my body has changed my entire life and the way that I look at everything. I am scared for my children. I am scared for my life, my health, and my future. I feel like my body is shutting down every day. I used to be extremely active, and this has taken that away from me. I used to be so carefree, and now all I worry about is dying instantly and leaving behind my beautiful 3 children to live in a scary world without a mother to guide them or protect them. I have now started to detox since March 2022. With various methods after my higher power told me that I will not die. I was suicidal after learning about the ingredients and that I needed to detox ASAP and keep an open mind. My detox includes multiple supplements, which are very, very costly, vitamin D, zinc, quercetin, copper, B complex, fish oils, NAC, glutathione, humic and fulvic acid, magnesium, activated charcoal, black seed oil, and chlorophyll with alfalfa. I fast throughout the day. I learned to forage this year and find medicinal properties within each plant to cure myself. I make smoothies with a wide variety of ingredients, and I'm always experimenting. I eat a lot of green vegetables and fruits. I had to stop gluten, dairy, processed fats, seed oils, sugar, because they cause my symptoms to become worse, and cut down on meat consumption. I try to only eat fruits and vegetables because they seem to only help with my problems. I started doing yoga, deep breathing, shaking and tai chi, acupuncture, massaging the body, along with Chinese medicines. I drink a lot of water, and I learned to make my own quinine with grapefruit and lemons. I drink white pine needle tea with star anise, cloves, cinnamon, fennel seeds, and cardamom. I also do a detox bath daily with borax, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, apple cider vinegar, Epsom salts, Himalayan salts or sea salt, essential oils, hot water to sweat, then a cold shower. Nobody in my life has believed me in the last 18 months. Only the freedom fighters I met from the convoy and protests within my city. It has been a long, excruciating 18 months, feeling alone with your symptoms, with nobody else to help you but you and your God. I am still suffering daily with blood circulation issues and nervous system issues, but I am much better than I was 18 months ago, the beginning of this year, or even a couple of months ago. I feel like I will faint or die at any minute, and my body is extremely weak when I walk or exercise, or even getting out of bed first thing in the morning. But at the same time, I feel like my body is healing, slowly but surely. Being injured from this injection has taken away my life, but it also gave me back something. A moment to pause, a rest, and think. Learning to enjoy the moment and the small things in life in case they are taken away from me. It gave me strength and wisdom to heal myself. It gave me a strength to prove to humans that they can heal their own bodies if given the right environment and mindset to do so. It gave me my purpose to give back to humanity once I am all healed. For I have helped others along the way to detox their own bodies and to how to stay strong and confident to heal themselves through diet change and thinking positively. Now I want to be a nutrition coach in the future. I still suffer daily with my issues, but I am still so grateful that this has happened to me because I will never take my life, the present moment, or the small things for granted ever again. I want to be a voice for the voiceless and share my story in hopes of getting some support for myself or to help those who are also struggling. I am tired of being looked at like I'm losing my mind or that I'm just misinformation. My story is real, and so are my health issues. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this was beneficial to sharing awareness, and hopefully you can share this to people that are also struggling in your family or your circle. Thank you. Peace, love, and light.